Hello, my name is Violet Conrad, and I'm speaking to you from Sherbrooke in Quebec, just about an hour and a half south of Montreal. I was diagnosed with scleroderma, with limited systemic scleroderma, 14 years ago, and that was a shock for me. I must say one of the invisible symptoms of scleroderma is the fear of what this disease will bring, of the symptoms of it affecting lifespan. And I was very fortunate that with the diagnosis, I went to see my family doctor, and she immediately saw what was going on and sent me off to a rheumatologist whom I saw very quickly and was diagnosed with scleroderma. I mean, it was the first time that I heard that word. Actually, I didn't hear it because I have a hearing disability, but I went home with a pamphlet, and on it was the word scleroderma and also how to contact the local scleroderma support group. This was a wonderful gift to me, and I wish that everyone that is diagnosed with scleroderma is put quickly into contact with their provincial or regional association. I was able to talk with somebody who listened to me, my fears, and reassured me that she'd been living with the disease for 25 years and that I could live with it too.
So I think my wish list number one would be to understand why the disease happens, which requires research. Also, better medications that target specifically scleroderma. Again, that can happen without the research and the understanding of the disease and how it progresses in the body. So my advice to somebody newly diagnosed would be to reach out to you guys and to get as much information as you can. There has been some forums that have been set up, education days, etc. Attend those. You meet other people who are in the same situation as you. You get to speak to the experts and you don't feel alone.
When I think of awareness, I think of knowledge, giving people the understanding they may not have or helping them to see what they've never heard of. Awareness empowers not only patients, caregivers, and medical professionals to use their voice and to bring clarity to this rare autoimmune disease. My wish list for a better scleroderma awareness has two parts. First, improved medical awareness. Really, family doctors need better tools and education to recognize early signs and to order the right tests. I'm fortunate to live in Toronto, where we have an academic center for excellence in scleroderma, but many people across Ontario and in Canada, they don't have that access. And second, that would be for the Ontario government to cover the biologics, rituximab and tocilizumab. These medications really can be life-changing, but access is hard to come by and financially really impossible without coverage.
I think one of the things that is important is to reach out to Scleroderma Canada, because for a long time I was in the background. I was following social media pages, I was on their newsletters, and I was watching and I was learning. And it wasn't until probably a year and a half after diagnosis that I actually sent an email. And then I started getting involved with Scleroderma Canada in Ontario, but I learned a lot in between. And, you know, I think having that group behind you to support you in ways that you don't even know that you need support in is really beneficial as a patient, because you have people there beside you that can help and that have experienced things. Although they may be different, they're similar in a lot of ways. I guess my biggest call to action would be, it would be great to have doctors actually know what it is, because as I said, I had 5 doctors look at me, tell me they had no idea what it was. I was bizarre. I was beyond them. I had a family doctor that didn't know what it was, and even after being diagnosed, really still never learned about it. And so having a doctor even just say to you, you know what, I know what scleroderma is. I've never had a patient with scleroderma. And that's what I had this time when I have a new family doctor, is the doctor that said that to me and asked if they could touch my hands, look at my hands. And we had a great conversation, and she's been great to work with.